Welcome in online education English medium class 9. We are discussing about the question answers of chapter urban and important element chapter number 30. My name is Gautam Kalam from Ganesh Nagar Secondary School. So since we have already covered that we were discussing is D. Okay. A D question. Biogas is an eco-friendly fuel. Hello sir.
Yes, sir.
स्क्रीन विजिबल है?
हो sir.
Okay. Okay, question number D. Biogas is an eco-friendly fuel. Why is it so? ऐसा क्यों कि वो बायोगैस जो है वो इको फ्रेंडली क्यों है? उसके रीजंस है. फर्स्ट वन इज एनिमल ड्रंक, animal dung, dry leaves, wet garbage get decomposed by anaerobic microbes in biogas plant. Next है, this produces biogas. Biogas is very cheap fuel option which is also used for cooking gas. It is also used for production of an electricity. Biogas contain about 55 to 60% methane and the rest is carbon dioxide. Biogas is very good manure and very convenient to use. Now, these are some points. So, we can call it biogas is a friendly fuel. It is made up of eco-friendly, biodegradable compost like animal dung, dry leaves, wet garbage, etc. It produces the methane gas, which is a fuel to cooking purposes, production of electricity, etc. And also, therefore, is known as eco-friendly. Next question is question number.
Hello, sir.
Graphite and fullerenes are crystalline forms of carbon. Now, why we called diamond graphite and fullerenes are crystalline form due to the following factors. The first one is a crystalline form has a definite and regular geometric pattern. Since the crystalline form has a regular pattern of atoms or molecules arranged in it, therefore, the second point is the structure of all the three crystalline forms has a definite shape, sharp edged, and the plane surfaces, graphite, diamond, fullerenes. All the graphite, diamond, and fullerenes have sharp edged They have definite structure, definite order of atoms arranged. Therefore, they have crystalline form. Third point is graphite has a hexagonal layer structure. Diamond has a tetragonal three-dimensional structure. Fullerenes exist in the form of buckyballs and bucky. Here, below the diagrams are given what is crystalline and non-crystalline. See the crystalline structure given below the diagram image showing below, having a atoms or molecules arranged in definite order. But see the next one image of non-crystalline. See the atoms and molecules are arranged in not a definite order. They are irregular. A third structure is the structure of graphite, in which you can see the atoms are arranged in hexagonal pattern with a layer above the other, a layer above other. Then the fourth one image is of the structure of diamond. In diamond, you can see the structure of diamond. The atoms arranged in tetragonal three-dimensional structure. And the last one image is showing the image of fullerenes, that is the structure of C60 buckminster fullerenes. It is like a football. The atoms are arranged in a pentagonal way, also commonly known as buckyballs or bucky tubes. So this arrangement gives a definite order. Since having a definite order, these structure are known as crystalline form. They form a crystalline form. Another question is question number 5b. Explain the following. Methane is called marsh gas. Now, why methane is called as a marsh gas? Due to the following reason. Methane gas is also called marsh gas because it is the product of decay in swamp and marshes from organic material underwater and in the mud. The main process for the production of methane is anaerobic digestion. Now, why it is called marsh gas? Because the product of decay in swamp and marshes from organic material underwater. Whatever the underwater process going on in swamps and in muddy places or in wetted places, the organic material undergoes some process which on decay they produces a gas. Okay, that gas is a methane gas. Therefore, methane gas is known as marsh gas. In the mud, the main process of production of methane is anaerobic digestion. Now, since the uh, clear air or oxygen is not available underwater or in a muddy places, so the decay of some degradable materials undergo without the presence of oxygen. So this is known as anaerobic respiration or anaerobic digestion, in which direct oxygen is not used. So in this process, the uh, the product form or the gas evolved is methane gas. So therefore it is called marsh gas. The next question is question number 5c. Explain the following. Petrol, diesel, coal are fossil fuels. First answer is, now why we call petrol, diesel and coal as a fossil fuel? Why these are fossil fuels? Because petrol, diesel, coal are fossil fuels because first point, they are main source of heat and energy. Since they give energy, why we use it as a fuel? Because they give energy. Therefore it is fuel. Now why it is a fossil? They release heat, light and energy when burned in air. A third point, they are formed from the decaying living organism, plants and animals that are present in earth crust. Now, very time before, very earlier time of the evolution of the human beings or the animals or whatever the plant on the earth, uh, the many plants and animals buried under ground in earth crust. So the decaying process undergone and these products like petrol, diesel and coal form inside the earth crust. Now on formation of these, uh, they also gives energy, light, heat, etc. Therefore, this petrol, diesel fuel on withdrawing from the earth crust can be used as the energy fuel. And due to this form, because of the decaying plants and animals in very earlier time. Therefore, it is known as fossil fuel. Now, how it is formed? The figure given besides swamp 300 million year ago. Now, the first image is showing that the swamp in swamp what happened 300 million year ago. Plants before the dinosaurs, many giant plants died in swamp. Many giant plants in large quantity they get died. Then another figure, next figure is showing water. 100 million years ago, what happened? In water, there are very large size of animals present and they get buried underwater. Third image is showing rocks and earth coal. Now, when those uh, large plants and large animals get buried inside the earth crust, the heat of earth crust and the pressure on it converts those plants and animals into coal. The below diagram showing petroleum and natural gas formation. How the petroleum and natural gas form is as in ocean 300 to 400 million years ago. What happened? Tiny sea plants and animals died and were buried on the ocean floor. Over time, they were covered by layers of silt, and sand. Now, in ocean, the large and teeny plant and animal inside of the oceans are died and get buried inside the earth crust. Now, the sand get get covered inside the sand, those plants and animals. Now, after what happened? 50 to 100 million years ago, what happened? Over millions of years, the remains were buried deeper and deeper. The enormous heat and pressure turned them into the oil and gas. Now, these buried animals and plants get exposed to the heat of earth crust and pressure on it due to sand and the weight of earth crust. These convert them into the oil and gas. The sand and rock silt when these animals and plant buried inside of the earth crust get converted into oil and gas, we by machines withdraw it from the earth crust and use it. Today we drill down through the layers of sand, silt and rock to reach the rock formation that contain oil and gas deposits. Now by drilling by heavy machines, we can get to those natural resources or the fossil fuel and we can take it out and use it in our daily life. Next question, question number 5D. Explain the following uses of various allotropes of carbon. Allotropes of carbon. Answer. Various allotropes of carbon and its uses. First answer is uses of various allotropes of carbon. First one is diamond. Diamond is an allotrope of carbon. Now, where is diamond used? It is used in making ornaments, rock drilling, glass cutting, artificial satellite, etc. We, in brief, we have already discussed in another question the uses of diamond. Here, in short, we are discussing it as the diamond is used in ornament jewelries, rock drilling, since the diamond is very hard, therefore it is used for the rock drilling. Then glass cutting. Glass cutters have a diamond on its sharp edge, then artificial satellite, etc. Second one, graphite. Graphite is also allotrope of carbon. Now, where graphite is used? It is used in pencil, paints, polish, for making carbon electrode, lubricants, etc. Now, graphite is also allotrope of carbon used in pencil, polish for making carbon electrode, lubricant, etc. Third one, fullerene. Fullerene is also allotrope of carbon. Now, where it is used? It is used as insulators, used as a catalyst in the water purification. Now, for water purification, as a catalyst, this fluorescence Fullerene is used. It is also used as insulator. The next one, allotrope of carbon is coal. Now, coal is used in thermal power plant. Coal is used in thermal power plant. Now used as a fuel in factories and industries. Now coal gives heat energy. Therefore, it is used in factories and industry for production of heat. Next one, allotrope is coke. It is used as reducing agent and domestic fuel. Note, allotrope, some elements occur in nature in more than one form. This property of element is called allotrope. The elements which show this property are called allotropes. Now, to understand what is allotrope, as the definition is given here, some element like here we are taking the example of carbon. Carbon is an element. Some element occur in nature in more than one form. Carbon occurs in more than one form. It is occur as a diamond. Carbon occur as a fullerene. Carbon is also occur as a graphite, as coal, as a coke, etc. So if the element occurs in nature in more than one form, then all the forms are known as allotropes of that element. Here, beside the chart is showing that carbon atom can be classified on the basis of the matter which it show crystalline form and non-crystalline form or amorphous form. The crystalline form found in diamond, graphite, and fullerenes. The non-crystalline form or amorphous form is found in coke, carbon, black carbon, charcoal, coal, etc. Their structure is also given. Another question is question number 5A. Use of CO2 in fire. How to use carbon dioxide as extinguisher? And there is use fire extinguisher. What is India have seen fire extinguisher instrument or fire extinguisher device kept in many buildings, red in color. Carbon dioxide gas inside this cylinder, the fire extinguisher cylinder in high pressure. CO2 is present inside the cylinder at high pressure. When we increase that pressure, it becomes gaseous and comes out forcefully. Now, since we decrease the pressure of that CO2 present inside the cylinder, the decreased pressure CO2 get out of the cylinder and converted into gases. The third point, carbon dioxide displaces the oxygen, a main cause of fire to burn. Now, what happens is carbon dioxide do not make or prevent the contact of fire and oxygen. Since the fire do not get oxygen, it get stop burning. So therefore, the carbon dioxide actually displaces the oxygen. Since the oxygen, everyone must know that for a burning or for a fire, oxygen is must. Unless and until there is no oxygen, there will not be a fire. Since if you um, put a glass over the burning candle will stop automatically after some time since the oxygen inside of the glass will end. So similarly, if you put carbon dioxide over the burning object, the carbon dioxide will make the or displace the oxygen present around the object, and simultaneously fire will stop since no oxygen available, therefore fire will stop automatically. The next point is fourth point, by removing oxygen we can put out a fire. The fifth point is the place as now what kind of reaction takes place in the cylinder and CO2 come out of it is given as below. Twice NaHCO3, sodium bicarbonate plus H2SO4. H2SO4 is a acid. Now this sodium bicarbonate and acid get mixed together, sulfuric acid, and this sodium bicarbonate get mixed together. Now what happen? Na2SO4, sodium sulfate form, then plus 2H2O. 2H2 is a molecule of water form, and 2 CO2. The above arrow is showing that CO2 in gaseous state. So this CO2 is actually used in the process of stopping fire and hence used in fire extinguisher. The next question is question number 5. Explain the following practical uses of CO2. CO2, carbon dioxide, uses of carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide also have lots of its uses in our daily life. The first one is the most important use of CO2 is that plants use CO2 in the process of photosynthesis. Now, the main use of CO2, the carbon dioxide, is mainly used by plants. Photosynthesis process, plants produce their food. Okay, so for the production of food, the plants use carbon dioxide. Similarly, as oxygen is carbon dioxide. The second one, liquid carbon dioxide is used as a solvent in dry cleaning. Now, liquid CO2, liquid carbon dioxide is used in dry cleaning. The third point is CO2 is used to make aerated drinks. Whatever the cold drinks we drink, the Sprite, Fanta, then Coke, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, whatever kind of soft drinks cold drinks we drink, that contains CO2 in the liquid form. Then fourth use is CO2 is used in fire extinguisher to remove the oxygen. As in earlier question, we have already discussed that CO2 displaces the oxygen around the burning object and hence by burning. Fifth use is solid CO2 is used to keep milk and milk product cool while traveling. While traveling, milk get damaged or very in short period, milk and milky product get damaged or becomes non-edible for very short period of time. Now, to prevent it for getting worse, the liquid carbon dioxide is used. Okay, so liquid carbon dioxide also used as the coolant, or we can so as a the work as a refrigerator. It is used in fire extinguisher. CO2 is used in aerated drinks. CO2 is also used in dry cleaning, in photosynthesis, etc. These are all the uses. Here the images showing here as the first one is, see, the plant is producing its food in the presence of sunlight and carbon dioxide. That cold drinks, water bottle are kept in the ice cubes. The ice cubes are also, they may have contained the liquid dry carbon dioxide. The image of fire extinguisher, the image of dry ice taken in spoon, then the cylinder of carbon dioxide, etc. Another question is question number 6. Write two physical properties each. The three diamond and Florence right physicality. Now, what is the physical property of diamond? Diamond is hardest substance found in earth in solvent. The diamond is hardest substance, the very hard substance present in this world, in this universe is diamond. The next physical property, they do not, because of its hardness, they do not dissolve in any solvent. The second physical property of diamond is diamond does not show any change when treated with acid base. It means diamond do not react with any acid and base. The next one is charcoal. The physical property of charcoal. First one is charcoal when burned produces bad heat and energy. It is also a bad conductor of electricity. Now, charcoal produces heat and energy, and it is bad conductor of electricity. Charcoal do not conduct electricity. Another property of charcoal is it is highly porous substance and has low density. There are lot of tiny pores in charcoal, therefore it is dense. Its density is very low. The another one is fullerene. Now, what are the physical properties of fullerene? Fullerenes dissolved in solvent carbon sulfide CS2 and chlorobenzene. The fullerene is dissolvable. It is dissolved in certain solvents like example carbon disulfide and chlorobenzene. Another physical property of fullerenes is one molecule of fullerenes contains around 30 to 900 carbon atoms. One molecule contains almost or up to the 900 carbon atoms. So the molecular fullerene is somehow very large. The another question number 7. Complete the following reaction. Blanks are given in which we have to correct the chemical reaction. The first two blanks the first two blanks react with each other as a reactant and gives the product as CO2 by plus heat. So which two reactant gives a product of CO2, H2O and heat? The answer is CH4 and 2O2. CH4 is a methane and 2O2 is oxygen. When methane reacts with oxygen, it means when methane burns, it gives carbon dioxide, water and heat. Explanation. When methane is burned in presence of oxygen to form evolved a bluish flame in the upper reaction, the methane burns completely. Now, many of us or all of us have a cylinder gas at our home. They contain methane gas in it. When it burns, give bluish flame. This is the bluish flame is nothing but the reaction. Hello, sir. I'm audible.
Yes, sir.
We're discussing about question. The first one, methane plus oxygen give carbon dioxide. Second question is two reactant given as a blank produces CH3Cl plus HCl. Blank as a CH4 plus Cl2, methane and chlorine gas. Explanation. Methane CH4 and chlorine Cl2 gas react with each other in presence of UV and form dichloride chlorine, CH3 and hydrogen chloride. This is called chlorination. The form and acid form on the reaction of methane with chlorine gas known as chlorination of methane. So the first blank is filled as the methane CH4 and another Cl2. The third question is twice NaOH plus CO2. Twice in sodium hydroxide plus CO2 gas, carbon dioxide produces what? What is the product? Product is the blank. Now, when these two reactant react with each other, they give Na2CO3 sodium carbonate plus water. Na2CO3 is the sodium carbonate and H2 is water. So explanation, when aqueous solution of sodium hydroxide is passed through carbon dioxide, aqueous solution of sodium hydroxide is when passed through a carbon dioxide, it forms sodium carbonate. Okay, so the question is solid and C. The blue flame is the reaction of methane with oxygen. Then another one, test for CO2. If the CO2 is produced in any of the reaction, how to recognize or how to identify whether it is a CO2 or not. For this purpose, lime water, we have to take a lime water in a beaker. If it turns milky on passing a carbon dioxide through it, we can understood that the carbon dioxide is evolved in the performing experiment, etc. The next question is question number 8A. Write answer to the following in detail. What are the different types of coal? What are their uses? Answer. Different types of coal and their uses we have to write. The first one is different types of coals are peat, bituminous, anthracite, and lignite. These four types of coal present, namely peat, bituminous, anthracite, and lignite. These four types of coal present in earth crust. Now, what is peat? Peat is generally used as the fertilizer, as a packing material due to its spongy nature. The peat is spongy and therefore it is used as a fertilizer. The another type of coal is lignite. It is used in pressure to generate utility and to create fertilizer. Products like anhydrous ammonia and ammonium sulfate. Lignite is used in power generation. Also, it is used in to create a fertilizer products like anhydrous ammonia, ammonium sulfate, etc. Third one is bituminous. It is mainly used for the combustion of coke, tar, coal, chemical, and coke oven gas. It is widely used for steam rising. So bituminous is used widely, okay, because it is used for the combustion of coal, tar, coal, etc. Anthracite, it is mostly used in metallurgical process and is used in hand fire furnace. So anthracite is the good quality of coal and it is used in metallurgical processes for the extraction of metal, etc. The images are then bituminous and anthracite. So the blackest one, anthracite, contains a high amount of carbon dioxide in it. The next question is question number 8B. Write answers to the following in detail. How will you prove experimentally that graphite is good conductor of electricity? Now, to prove that graphite conducts electricity, we have to perform an activity. The for performing activity, the steps are given. First step, take a pencil and sharp it from both sides. We have to take a pencil and have to sharp it from both sides so the graphites can be seen clearly. Then in step, take two clips and join their respective leads of the pencil. The side step, crocodile clips joining the lead inside that pencil, which is actually made up of graphite. See, the crocodile clips are joined. In third step, also join a small bulb in the setup and connect it with a battery cell. Now, also in between the connection, connect one small bulb. So, if the current flows through it, the bulb will glow, otherwise not. So, in third step, make sure that the electric bulb is connected in the circuit. The fourth step, assemble the apparatus properly as shown in figure. Then in fifth step, start the electric current in the circuit as the battery is connected, bulb is connected, and in between, the graphite inside a pencil is also connected in the circuit. Now start the electric current and observe. Observation, you will observe that bulbs start to glow as soon as the current is applied. This proves that graphite is good conductor of electricity. Glow, it means current passes through inside of the graphite. So we can say here that graphite is good conductor of electricity because graphite conducts the electricity. Another question, question number 8C. Write answers to the following in detail. Explain the properties of carbon. We have to explain the properties of carbon. Answer. The properties of carbon are following. Carbon exists in two allotropic forms, which are crystalline forms, and another is non-crystalline form. So to understand the properties, the first two classification is done on the basis of their structure, crystalline and non-crystalline. These are two main allotropes in the form of crystalline and non-crystalline. The next one question is question number D. Write answers to the following in detail. Classify carbon. Now, in this question also we have to classify the carbon. Answer is in saturated hydrocarbons. Saturated hydrocarbons means hydrocarbons having a or the carbon compounds having single bond in them. Such a carbon compounds is known as saturated carbon compound. Carbon can be classified into primary carbon, secondary carbon, tertiary carbon, and quaternary carbon, etc. The Beside figure is showing the Beside chart, the Beside classification is showing carbon is divided into two parts as the two allotropes exist. One is having a crystalline form and another one is having non-crystalline form, or also it is known as amorphous form. The actual materials having a crystalline form is named as diamond, graphite, and fullerenes, and the amorphous form materials are known as coke, carbon, charcoal, coal, etc. The next question, question number 9. How will you verify the properties of carbon dioxide? Answer is methods to verify the properties of carbon dioxide are first by using lime water. Step 1. Take some lime water in a test tube. Now, properties of carbon dioxide. To understand the properties of carbon dioxide or to verify the properties of carbon dioxide, we have to go through certain process, certain methods. The first one is given here as using lime water. Lime water, using lime water, we can predict the property of carbon dioxide. How? Let us see. By step 1, take some lime water in a test tube. Now, second step, take some baking soda in another test tube and add lemon juice to it. Feed the bent tube over it. Step 3, insert its other end into the lime water. Now, what we had done in three step, we had taken a test tube, we had taken a lime water in a test tube. In second step, we had taken some baking soda in another test tube, and we have added some lemon juice in that those baking soda, and we have bent both the test tube towards each other. In third step, insert its other end into the lime water. On bending, what we had did, we insert its end into the test tube of keeping lime water in it. Now what happened? What is the observation? We will observe that lime water turns milky as it comes in contact with released gas in the form of effervescence. When lime water turns milky, it is confirmed that effervescence release is of carbon dioxide. Now, initially, earlier, the lime water is clear, transparent, but since the effervescence of the reaction between baking soda and lemon is passes through the lime water, the transparent lime water or the clear lime water converts into the milky color. Here we can determine here that the due to the turning of lime water into the milky color, it means the evolved gas is carbon dioxide. The another one is the reaction taking place as a CaOH twice, CaOH twice plus CO2 gives CaCO3 plus H2O. Calcium hydroxide and carbon dioxide reacts with each other to give calcium carbonate plus water. The sodium when dioxide through an aqueous solution of hydroxide, reaction taking place is twice NaOH plus CO2 gives Na2CO3 plus H2O. The sodium bicarbonate is formed on passing CO2 through an aqueous solution of sodium carbonate. Reaction taking place is as follows. Na2CO3 plus H2 plus CO2 gives twice NaHCO3 bicarbonate formed when the reaction between sodium carbonate water and carbon dioxide takes place. Sodium bicarbonate is formed. So now let us discuss what we have studied in this lecture. We discussed questions. The filling the blanks, then regions. The we learn here is the crystalline and non-crystalline forms of carbon. Then the bond unsaturated, what is known as unsaturated hydrocarbons, what is saturated hydrocarbons. Molecules having a single bond between carbon and carbon is saturated, and the molecule is having double or triple bond between carbon and carbon is known as unsaturated. Then the carbon used as the fuel, then types of carbon, the uses of diamond, we have learned the difference between graphite and diamond, the crystalline, non-crystalline forms, etc. We have discussed in this lesson, the question answer. Hello, sir. Hello. Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, over.